I need it today. A quick word before we start. This is filing support, not legal advice. Ejaries.a is a private service. It is not a government website, and it is not affiliated with the Dubai Land Department or with RERA. You can always register your Ejaries yourself through the Dubai REST app or at a trustee center. The official fee on the app is 177 dirhams and 50 fils. Our service fee is 299 dirhams plus VAT. The certificate is always issued by RERA. We prepare and check your file and follow it through. We do not issue the certificate, and we cannot guarantee an approval or a timing. Some Ejaries cases arrive calm. This one arrives with a clock on it. The visa appointment is tomorrow, and the Ejaries is on the checklist. The electricity is being connected and would not proceed without it. A trade license renewal is due, and an expired Ejaries is about to hold it up. Suddenly a small certificate is standing between a person and something that genuinely cannot slip. It stopped being paperwork and became the last domino before something that matters. Why deadline cases behave differently. When there is no deadline, people weigh their options slowly. App, center, or desk. Price against effort. They browse. They think about it over the weekend. When there is a deadline, that all collapses into a single sentence. Make it happen, I will pay. The comparison shopping evaporates the moment a real cost of delay appears on the horizon. And this is where even a completely clean case, one that would have been fine on the app, comes to us. Not because it is hard, because the person cannot afford to gamble the evening on a timeout day, rejected upload, or a login that chooses today, of all days, to misbehave. When the stakes rise, the appetite for risk falls, and that is entirely rational. What we can honestly promise, and what we cannot. Here is where the honesty matters more than anywhere else in this series, because a deadline is exactly when people are most tempted to promise you the world, for a clean case, with complete and correct documents, and no pre-existing problem on the record. We can usually complete the filing the same day. A file that is ready moves fast, and readiness is most of the battle. But we do not control the final word, and we will never tell you we do. The certificate is issued by RERA through the official system. Approval and the exact moment of issuance sit with them, not with us. We put the file in cleanly. We do not sign the certificate. So what we promise is this. We will get a correct, complete file into the system quickly and properly on the same day where the case allows. We will not promise you an approval time that is not ours to give, and we will tell you honestly if your particular case looks tight. Anyone who guarantees you a government approval to the hour is not being straight with you. Be a little wary of a promise that specific. The system does not hand that kind of certainty to anyone. How to help your own deadline. If the clock is real, the single most useful thing you can do is send everything at once, correctly. The fastest cases are the ones that arrive whole. The tenancy contract, the title deed, the tenant's passport, and Emirad's ID. The landlord's identification, anything a particular case needs, like a previous Ejaries or a trade license. Clear, complete, and legible. Not half a photo with a thumb over the corner. A complete file is a fast file. A file missing one document is a file that waits, and a deadline hates waiting. We check for gaps before you pay, precisely so the clock does not get eaten by a missing page you could have sent in the first message. The kindest thing we can do is tell you early. When a case arrives with a deadline, the first thing we do is look at whether it can realistically be met, not to talk you into paying, to tell you the truth while there is still time to act on it. Sometimes the honest read is that it is tight, but doable, and we say so, and we get moving. Sometimes the honest read is that a document is missing, or an identity is expiring inside the window. That causes trouble, and the same-day hope was never going to hold. And when that is the case, the useful thing is to know it now, tonight, rather than to discover it tomorrow when the appointment is already at the door. A service that takes your fee and your deadline, and only later admits it could not be done, has failed you twice. We would rather flag the problem early, even when it costs us the case, than let you walk into tomorrow believing something we could not deliver. The honest comparison. On a calm day, the app at 177 dirhams and 50 fils is the cheapest route, and often perfectly fast. With no clock on you, it is hard to beat free. On a deadline, our fee of 299 dirhams plus VAT is buying certainty of handling. Someone whose job today is to move your correct file through quickly and tell you the moment it is done, rather than leaving you refreshing a screen and hoping. If your deadline is comfortable and your nerves are steady, the app is fine. If it is tight and it matters, paying to hand it to a steady pair of hands is a reasonable thing to do, and no one should make you. Feel extravagant for doing it. Next time, distance. The person who is not even in the country, filing a Dubai Ejaries from another time zone. This was the Ejari desk. I'm Stephen.